Today I'm doing something a little bit different. I am at Farragut State Park, and I'm familiar with the trails, so it was a good one to do, and it'll give me a little bit more mileage than I've gotten in for a couple of weeks. But I am going to train myself a little bit more with onX Backcountry, and I'm not being sponsored by them. I'm not making any money on my videos at this point. But I will give a plug to them because I really like their app. But I've made a planned route, and I've never done that before, and I figure I really need to get comfortable with that, because if I do a little bit more backpacking that I'd like to do this summer and in the future, that I should become more familiar with it and be able to plan it and use the offline option that they have so that I become more familiar with it. So that's what I'm doing today. It's a beautiful day. It's sunny. There's clouds, but there's some blue sky in there too. And the temperature is in the mid 40s, which is a nice time to hike for me, that I like. And so let's get this going and see how it happens. So I already messed up on the trail. I took a wrong turn. I thought I was going the right way and took a wrong turn, and then had to find the trail again. And since I know a lot of this trail system, I was able to find it pretty quickly, but I still kind of felt like I had failed the first part of this. So I am now on the snowshoe trail that will take me down the way I wanted to go, and then I'm going to come back up on a way that I was already on for a little bit. But because I know this area, it was easy to find the trail. So again, I said I'm training myself. I'll do this a few times on a few trails just to get used to it and get to the point where I really feel comfortable with it. I think you need to do that just to prepare yourself for anything. So anyway, the trail is icy in some spots, snowy in others, and then kind of muddy in others. But I'm following these red reflectors. This is the snowshoe route. I did see one snowshoe track, but most of these are footprints. So we didn't really have a very long snowshoe season. And I didn't even get out in snowshoe at all, which is kind of sad. I don't know if I can go up to Priest Lake and find some, which maybe I'll do. But for right now, I'm just enjoying this unseasonably warm February weather and getting out and doing a longer hike. Walking by the creek. Last time I was here, there was a lot of ice on it. There's some, but not a lot. Last time I was here, I followed 3 deer that seemed to turn in the direction I was going to go every time. I've seen a lot of deer tracks, but I haven't seen any deer yet, so maybe. But this is a beautiful part of the park. Farragut State Park is huge, which I have mentioned before, and I'm pretty sure that the museum is going to be open this year. They were re-roofing it, and so they had it closed for last season. But the museum is worth going through, especially if you're a history buff of forts and, or bases, I should say, bases. This was a naval base. And, World War II stuff. It must have been an amazing place to walk through because it was so big. And the Navy does have a base down in Bayview, which is kind of like on the border of this particular park. And they do test sonar with submarines because Farragut is a deep lake. So it's quite a fascinating place to visit or to camp if you want to. I mean, there's bike trails, hiking trails, boating, swimming, kayaking, you name it, it's here. And very close to different places if you want, groceries or anything like that. It's not too far away, but yet you're still in the mountains. You're still away from the urban area. So I found the amphitheater. I went off trail. I know how to follow the rest of it. But I decided, since I've already gone 4 miles and I've got about another 4 to go back, that I'd cut across here. Okay, here's Trail 70. I don't know where that one goes, but anyway, there's the amphitheater. It's a nice one. I saw the entryway here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I'm going to check and see where I need to go next. So I'm in the White Tail campground. I've never walked through this one before. So see, I can find new places every time I come out here. These are just campsites without running water or power. I think I'm supposed to go to the left, but I think I'll just keep walking on this road and look at the campground. It just seems like a nice one, quiet. Right now, obviously, but it would be quiet. Tables and fire rings, and you're a little ways from the water, but there's a trail that goes down that's not too hard to get down to the water. Although if you had a boat, it might be a long way for you to go. But it's a nice campground. I haven't seen a pit toilet yet, but I know they've got them. Have them in all of them, except for the one that I was in the last time I was here. Actually had showers, etc. And that looks man-made right there. So it had to be part of the naval base, something. Looks like they were stacked. Okay. There's water. And these back here would be kind of nice because you're at the edge of the campground. Put your tent up and park and, yeah, have a little more privacy. And there's this one over here. So, this just takes me in a loop. Okay, so I have to find the Lynx Trail. So I need to do that right now. I'm not sure where it is. So a lot of the time when you're hiking on a trail, or what you think is a trail, there's actually an old road from when it was a naval base. And I don't know if you can see the asphalt. There it is. So I'm just following something that they use now as a trail, but it was one of the roads from the old road system. And like I said, I have not been on this part of the park. I've probably gone by it, but not on this particular trail. So this one will intersect with the trail that I want to take that will take me all the way back to the visitor center. But Farragut is quite wooded. I don't know if it was when it was a base. I know the middle section of the park was not, or they took all the trees out to build the base, and it was huge. But these trees don't look like they're as old as if they had been here when the naval base was here. So I see my sign, which is up here, and put me on the Lynx Trail and get me all the way back to my car. And I've got about 4 miles to go, I think. So, yeah, I know a lot of bikers, mountain biker trail bikes, they come this way. So there we go, Lynx Trail. Wow, there's more to this trail system that I haven't done yet. I'm finding out. So there you go. Oh, the visitor center is only 2.6, so that's good. And I hear the South Road. Somebody on it. Okay. So this is mud that has expanded when it froze. And I don't really want to walk on it because it caves in when you walk on it. But eventually it'll melt and it will all be flat, somewhat flat. But it's always interesting. I love seeing it, especially when it gets ice crystals inside of it. But I might have to put my yak tracks back on because this stuff can be awfully slick, so I don't want to fall. Well, that took me 3.5 hours to complete, and I did 8 miles. There was a lot of slush and frozen mud that I had to avoid, ice, snow, just plain old mud. It was really slick. It was hard to walk. I think at some point I was probably walking a half a mile an hour because it was just really tough going. But I got a good workout, and it's a gorgeous day. I mean, it's very sunny, and it was in the mid-40s and a little bit of wind, but not bad. So it was a good day hiking. I'm glad I did it, but I'm really glad that it's over. And again, thank you for joining me. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I'm at 79 subscribers. It'd be nice to go 80 or 85. It's just fun to make these videos, and I'm making them obviously because you enjoyed watching them, but making them for my family so they know what I did and where I went. Anyway, I never had that from my dad when he was hiking, so this hopefully will be a treat for them. And thank you again for watching. Bye. You can see that the deer use this trail as well. They like to go the easy way too. Lots of deer tracks. Snowy, icy, but so far on this part of the trail, no frozen mud to deal with. I can get it or not, but I just scared of grass. Flew away, scared me. Oh, it's just going through the trees, so you really can't see it, but it's the second one I've scared. Snowshoes would have been better on this part of the trail. Hasn't really been broken through too much. Here is a little fort that somebody made. How cute. Little window. Right here by the dam. This was placed here on Coquilala Creek. It's a beautiful spot. So in the 1950s, this particular dam was built because they wanted to preserve cutthroat trout, the West Slope cutthroat trout. They don't compete well with other fish. So anyway, this was put here to help them and to keep them healthy. These are really good. And part of the trail looks just like this. Just ice. So even though I have my yak tracks on, I am walking up the side because I still slip. This is the mud that is finally melting. And you can see the holes in it where it has expanded when it froze, and now it's thawing out.